It's the second week of August, and believe it or not, it's time for some late summer garden tips.
I know, time is flying. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here today. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
So what's going on?
Late summer for gardening.
Yeah, it sort of is.
Sort of.
I thought first we'd talk about a couple of problems that we're seeing this year a lot because of the weird weather. So the first one are the dreaded Japanese beetles. We talked about they're back with a vengeance. We did not have a lot of frost in the soil over the summer. So they're about as big as your thumbnail. They're sort of an iridescent, shiny, bronzy green color, and they have these dots on the sides. So they eat a lot of things, roses, lindens, birches, grapes, beans. You said you guys have them out on the straw bale gardens. If you have fruiting things where you want to eat fruit or where fruit is going to be eaten by
like
critters.
Like beans?
Or, yes, or like roses, if rose hips are going to be eaten by other creatures. You want to use a product like 8. When the Japanese beetles first came out, we put a lot of them in jars and sprayed a lot of them with chemicals. And 8 worked the best, and it's safe on food crops.
That you'd eat.
You can always do the old-fashioned thing if you don't have a lot of them. Pick them off and throw them in a bucket of soapy water, or throw them on the ground and stomp on them. I kind of like that.
And they're so bad this year because there wasn't a deep frost over the winter.
They spend 85% of their life cycle in the soil.
Oh, wow.
And so they come out and feed, and then they go in and lay eggs, and then they're grubs. So they're doing a lot of damage.
And I've seen some trees, they look like they're changing
color.
color.
The linden trees look terrible this year.
And that's just from the beetles.
Yes, yes. The other thing we're seeing a lot of, this is powdery mildew. So you'll have, this is really common on lilacs. This is a 9-bark sample. You'll see it a lot on a lot of perennials. I have some lovely silver-leafed peonies in my yard. And powdery mildew is a fungus that loves this sort of cooler, damp weather, which we have had. And so you want to treat this with a fungicide. We really like Serenade. This is a biologic fungicide, and it comes in a ready-to-use spray and also a hose end if you have a big problem. The big thing to remember with powdery mildew is to make sure you do a really good cleanup, because it'll overwinter on leaf litter or whatever and pop up again next year.
So what's the good news in the garden?
The good news is that now is the time that if you were not especially diligent about planting things in the spring, that you can plant a lot of spring veg crops. You can put peas in the ground, lettuce, spinach, any kind of short season kales like broccoli rabe, radishes, carrots, all that kind of stuff. So that's really fun.
And that'll be good. They'll come up this year.
Yes, you have almost 70 days before the first projected frost, which is October 15th. So you have a lot of time to get some fresh veggies in for the season. And also I just brought some annuals, you know, for dressing up. Sometimes gardens are looking a little drab this time of year. They need a little pop.
All right. All right, we'll get the beetles and the mildew and plant some vegetables.
Yes.
Busy time in the garden for late summer.
Who said that August meant you could slow down?
Not one bit.
Not one bit.
Not when Lisa Briggs is here. Good to see you again.
Thanks, Lisa. Good to see you.
Too.